Om Namah Shivaya. Namaskar. With this video, I take all of you to Tiruvannamalai, also known as Arunachalam, a famous and significant Saiva Kshetra in Tamil Nadu state. It's about 200 kilometers away from Chennai and equidistant from holy place Tirupati. It's well connected with rail, road and air. Nearest airport is Pondicherry, about 100 kilometers from Tiruvannamalai. Look at the images of railway station, bus stand and Pondicherry airport. Here in Arunachalam, Lord Shiva is worshipped as Annamalai and Goddess Parvati as Unnamalai. I want to tell you about 5 basic elements of nature. They are water, sky, earth, air and fire. You know Panchabhuta Sthalams? Pancha means 5, Bhuta means elements and Sthala means place. These 5 temples are dedicated to Lord Shiva and each representing manifestation of the 5 elements. You know, first one is Tiruchi, which is in Tamil Nadu. The Lord Shiva is worshipped as Jambukeswarudu, representing water, Jala. And in Chidambaram, which is also in Tamil Nadu, Lord Shiva is worshipped as Chidambareswarudu, representing sky or space. Kanchi, this is also in Tamil Nadu. The Lord Shiva is worshipped as Ekambareswarudu, representing or symbolizing earth. Srikalahasti in Andhra Pradesh, Lord Shiva is worshipped as Srikalahastiswara, representing air. Now we are in Tiruvannamalai, that is Arunachalam. Lord Shiva is worshipped as symbol of fire, Agnilinga. When we say this is Agnilinga, and if you enter into the temple, you don't experience any fire inside the temple, and it is neither hot in the temple. You may get it out that why it's called Agnilinga when there is no fire inside the temple. It is the fire of wisdom, that is Jnanagni. One thing here, devotees generally strive and strive for mukti, salvation, that is salvation, at some point of time or other during the lifetime. You know the power of this place. We receive all the virtues and salvation by chanting the name Arunachala with devotion and attention, and we all receive blessings of Arunachaleswara. That is the power of the place. Now see Rajagopuram. Darshan of Rajagopuram itself gives sacred fruits, that is punyam of million births. Normally the pilgrim starts Pradakshina from here and Pradakshina ends here. You can start Pradakshina from any place and complete the full circle. People in millions take Pradakshina on a full moon day, especially in the auspicious month of Kartikam. This is the place famous for Pradakshina. To go round this hill is good. The word Pradakshina has a typical meaning. The letter Pra stands for removal of all kinds of sins. Da stands for fulfilling the desires. She stands for freedom from future births. And Na stands for giving deliverance through Jnana. Really, it is difficult to describe the pleasure and the happiness one gets by this Pradakshina. The body gets tired, the sense of organs lose their strength, and all the activities of the body become absorbed within. It's possible thus to forget oneself and get into a state of meditation. That is the power of the Pradakshina. As one continues to walk, the body automatically gets harmonized as in the asana state. The body therefore becomes improved in health. Besides this, there are several varieties of medicinal herbs on the hill. The air that passes over those herbs is good for the lungs. Now, I show you in this video the Ashtalingams that encircle the holy hill and explain the importance attached to each. You can symbolize these 8 lingams to different stages of life circle. They are namely Indralingam, Agnilingam, Yamalingam, Nairudilingam, Varunalingam, Vayulingam, Kuberalingam and Isanyalingam. The lingams have the dominant Navagraha of the god to whom they are associated. It is believed that placating a specific lingam will bring various benefits that are associated with the respective Navagraha. Indralingam. The Indralingam has east as its direction. It's associated with the celestial Lord Indra. This lingam is situated on the Kaur street close to the eastern tower of the Arunachaleswara temple. Lord Indra is the king of heaven according to Hindu mythology. His consort is Indrani. His vehicle is the celebrated 4-tusked white elephant Airavatam. Indra manifests seated on his elephant, wielding in his hand a weapon Vajra, with which he destroys ignorance and bestows spiritual knowledge on his deserving devotees. The Indralingam is dominated by the Navagrahas, Lord Surya and Lord Shukra, that is Venus. Devotees are blessed with long life and with prosperity on worshipping Indralingam. The Agnilingam, the second one, has southeast as its direction. It is situated close to Seshadri Ashram on Changam Road and is the only lingam located on the right side of the Giri Pradakshina path. Lord Chandra is the dominant Navagraha of Agnilingam. Lord Agni is the god of the fire of knowledge. He has 7 hands and 7 tongues. Agni is the light of the lives of all creatures and is invoked in the performance of Homa. His vehicle is the goat Saga, who serves as the sacrificial beast in the fires of Homa. Worshipping this lingam helps devotees get relief from disease, to maintain good health, and also helps them face problems and difficulties in their lives. Now we are at Ramana Ashramam, a famous one, and we all love to see this place. After passing beneath the arch which announces the name of the ashram, we'll come across a large open courtyard flanked by trees. Once we enter the new hall, the object that attracts our attention is the life-sized statue of Sri Maharshi and a large yogasana, beautifully carved from a single stone and polished to look like a black marble. The door on the western wall of the new hall leads directly ahead into the Matrubhuteshwara shrine. And there are 2 temples of Lord Ganesha and Lord Subramanya. When we pass through Sri Maharshi Samadhi on the north side, we come to the old hall. This and the Nirvana room are regarded as spots particularly sanctified by Maharshi's presence. The other places of interest in the ashram, flower garden, Goshala, Vedapatasala, dispensary, guest rooms, bookstore, Sri Ramana Library, Skandasramam and Virupaksha cave. Sri Maharshi once told that every man is divine and strong in his real nature. What are weak and evil are his habits, his desires and thoughts, but not himself. Persons often approach Maharshi with the question of compatibility of spirituality with an active domestic or social life. He asked them, was not Rama spiritually advanced? And was he not leading a householder's life? For everybody, it is good to make circuit of the hill. It does not even matter whether one has faith in this pradakshina or not. Just as fire will burn all who touch it, whether they believe it or not, so the hill will do good to all those who go round it. These are the words by Ramana Maharshi. Once, Bhagavan said, why are you so concerned with all these questions about the efficacy of going round the hill? Whatever else you may or may not get, you will at least have the benefit of the physical exercise. These are the words by Ramana Maharshi. The Maharshi called Arunachala the spiritual heart of the world. Aruna means red, bright like fire. Does not signify mere fire that gives off heat. Rather, it means Jnanagni, the fire of wisdom, which is neither hot nor cold. Achala signifies hill. The Arunachala means hill of wisdom. The third lingam on the path is Yamalingam. It has south as its direction. It is associated with Yama, the god of death. It is situated beside the cremation grounds on the Changam road. The dominant Navagraha of this lingam is Mangala, that is Mars. Yama is portrayed sitting on his mount, a powerful black buffalo named Mahisha, and with two monstrous dogs by his side. He is supposed to carry a huge lasso with which he drags each being at the time of death to face heaven or hell according to the being's karma. Devotees get rid of their financial constraints on worshipping the Yamalingam. The lingam is conducive for longevity of lifespan. Next one is Nairuti Lingam, that is southwest. The Nairuti Lingam has southwest as its direction. It is situated on the Grivalam pathway near the Shantimalai compound. It is associated with Lord Rahu. Nairuti is the king of Asuras, that is demons, and he jointly rules the southern realms along with Yama. His associate is a dog. Legend reports that King Nala bathed in Nairuti Lingam Tirtham to be relieved of his sins incurred due to his karma. This lingam is specially renowned to help people recover from the bad effects of black magic and other negative energies. Health, wealth, and fame are the beneficial aspects of this lingam. It is also beneficial for couples to worship at this lingam if they wish to have a child. Worshipping this lingam is believed to help devotees achieve detachment to worldly desire. Next is Varuna Lingam. Varuna Lingam has the west as its directions. This lingam is situated on the outer Grivalam pathway about 1 kilometer before the village of Adi Annamalai. Varuna's vehicle is Makara, that lives both on land and water, which is an animal with the head and front legs of an antelope and the body and tail of a fish. The lingam has Lord Shani as its dominant Navagraha. Varuna Tirtham, a holy tank, is located here. Devotees are protected from illness, particularly water-related diseases. Varuna is the king of appreciation and enjoyment. He governs the whole world. He is the god of rain and the god of all waters. He surveys the deeds of man according to his karma and keeps them under his control. Placating Varuna is believed to wash away accumulated sins. Next is Vayulingam, that is northwest. Vayulingam has the northwest direction as its direction. It is situated on the Girivalam pathway about 1 kilometer after the village of Adi Annamalai. Vayu is the Hindu god of wind and is often associated with Indra. His vehicle is the deer. Ketu is the dominant Navagraha of this lingam. As Vayu is the god of wind, he provides creatures with vital life-giving breath, thus sustaining the entire universe. It is reported that at any time of the day and in every season, when one enters this shrine, one is always greeted by a gust of wind. Relief from heart diseases, stomach problems, lung problems, and general illness are conferred to the devotees on worshipping this lingam. Kubera lingam has the north as its direction. It is located on the Grivalam pathway before entering the town and a few hundred meters before the Panchamukham. The Kubera lingam has Lord Brahaspati, that is Jupiter, as its dominant graham. He has 3 legs and 8 teeth. His vehicle is a female goat. His abode is in the capital of the Himalayas. His consort is Yakshi. He is the chief of the Yakshas who safeguards the riches of the Devas. He is very friendly with Shiva. It is believed that Lord Kubera came to this place to worship Arunachala in order to maintain his wealth and prosperity. Hence, a Shivalingam was installed and consecrated at a point exactly north from the mountain. Kubera is the god of wealth and material possessions. He does not create wealth, but he is believed to be the one who distributes wealth amongst his devotees. The last one is Isanyalinga. Isanyalinga has the northeast as its direction. It's located on the old Girivalam road to town, beside the main cremation grounds. The lingam was installed by Isanyan and has Lord Buddha, Mercury, as its dominant Navagraha. Devotees are blessed with peace of mind on offering prayers to Isanyalinga. Let me summarize the beneficial aspects of Ashtalingams. Devotees are blessed with long life and with prosperity on worshipping Indralingam. Worshipping Agnilingam helps devotees to get relief from disease, to maintain good health, and also helps them face problems and difficulties in their lives. Next one is Yamalingam. Devotees get rid of their financial constraints on worshipping Yamalingam. This lingam is conducive for longevity of lifespan. Then Nairuti Lingam. Health, wealth and fame are the beneficial aspects of this Nairuti Lingam. Varuna Lingam. Varuna Lingam, you already know, placating Varuna is believed to wash away all the accumulated sins. And then Vayu Lingam. You know the beneficial aspects of this Vayu Lingam? You get relief from heart diseases, stomach problems, lung problems and general illness are conferred to the devotees on worshipping this lingam. Kubera Lingam. Kubera Lingam, he is believed to be one of the one who distributes wealth amongst his devotees. Last one is last of the 8 Ashtalingams is Isanjalingam. Devotees are blessed with peace of mind on offering prayers to Isanjalingam. Arunachala Siva, the Agnilinga, is the lingam of liberation and the lingam of mukti. The full moon day of this Kartika month is called Kartika Purnami. Kartika Deepam is the traditional festival performed here. Tiruvannamalai Mahadipam will be lit at around 6 p.m. at the top of 2668 feet high holy mountain. The entire mountain is Sivalinga. Mahadipam will be lit using nearly 3500 kgs of ghee. Sri Ardhanariswara will bless all his devotees in the temple at the time of lighting the Mahadipam. The Mahadipam will be visible around the holy mountain in a radius of 35 kilometers.
Namah Shivaya.